Well, welcome everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. Welcome to Cobra, Slim, Patrick Swayze, and Dwight, and anybody else who's there. We've got a big match tonight, a round 4 match between Albinario from Sweden and SemiPro from UK, open brackets, England closed brackets. And the winner of this match is going to face up to Stubb in a hot seat match. So I've got a question for you guys. I just found out today, I looked at the lobby and Stubb was on a little rant, but part of his rant was that he couldn't get into his match room. And I looked at the 3-cushion World Championship bracket and I noticed that that match against Fast Eddie was at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And I noticed that Stubbs ended up forfeiting, and Stubb was complaining he couldn't get into the match, into the room. So I'm just wondering if there was anybody around at that time. In fact, I don't know whether Slim was intended to stream it or whatever, but does anybody have any other information? I would have thought maybe Steve would have been around to try and resolve things, and I'm surprised that it's gone through as a forfeit. Maybe, I don't know whether Steve was there or not, and I don't know, I can't remember whether he said he was going to be here tonight either. That's the other thing I can't remember. I'm going to have a quick tab and have a look. We've got about, probably 3 minutes to go before this room goes up. Quick tab out. Well, he isn't there at the moment. I'll have one more tab before we go into the room. Sam said Stubb was in the lobby. Yes, he was in the lobby, but he couldn't get into the room. That's what Stubb was saying. I haven't spoken to Stubb because you won't get a straight answer out of him anyway, but so I don't know what went down there. It's weird. But anyway, he'll be happy enough he's in the hot seat match. So predictions, Cobra's going 13-10 to semi. I think that could be either way. I think it's going to be too difficult. I mean, I would go with the more refined play from Albinario, the more aggressive from SemiPro, and that'll either work for him or it won't. Yeah, I need to extend the deadline. Yeah, well, I think Stubb would have been moaning a lot more if he had actually wanted this match to get replayed or reset or whatever. But I think it could go 13-10, 13-11 either way. It's difficult to call. Roll of the ball, scratch here or there, bad use of the free shot, whatever. These players are good enough to run tables if the balls are there. There shouldn't be any problem in that score. The both of them have arrived, and the room will be going up in a second. I'm going to have one more tab. I think Steve might have said he might not be able to be here. I can't remember. Well, I got that wrong because Steve's here. Good evening, good afternoon to Steve.
Oh, you didn't think I was going to be here?
Yeah, I couldn't remember whether you said you were going to be here or not. Now, incidentally, if you're noticing a difference with the on-screen chat, or at least you will notice it better in the room, and you'll notice that YouTube and Twitch have lost their colours. I've got it on high resolution mode for the blind people, particularly me, on my PC. Let's get into the room. Oh, that looks a lot better. I can read the chat a lot clearer. Anyway, I think most of us are sort of up in the air in terms of who's going to win this. There's been predictions 13-10 either way, and I'm kind of agreeing with that because we know the factors that can play in this game. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with SemiPro. I think this is his best game. I think this is the game that he's going to be most comfortable in, and if he's comfortable, he's going to play good. So I'm going with SemiPro.
Right, now I can ask you the question: what happened with Stubb and Fast Eddie? I noticed that Stubb ended up forfeiting. Stubb was complaining he couldn't get into the room.
Oh well, it's a normal thing with Stubb. So when Stubb couldn't get in, Eddie was hanging out in the lobby, you know, and after the forfeit, because he figured Stubb would want to play and he could play right then. Stubb never messaged him, never said anything to him, just was complaining about it, and then to me, and you know, Eddie couldn't play the other rest of the weekends. He has family in town, so you know, I told Stubb, well, okay, you know, message Eddie and see if you can get him to play on Monday. And I don't know if Eddie's not responding or what, but Stubb's all unhappy. Of course, I told him copy me on the messages, and of course he didn't.
Of course not.
So, you know, I have no idea, but, you know, his lack of communication. I mean, Eddie was there in the lobby. They could have played it right then. And
well, he's nobody to blame but himself then.
Pretty much.
Well, LS3 might have a point. It depends whether SemiPro gets under his own skin. I don't think Albinario will be getting under his skin. I think SemiPro needs things to go well early on before he starts getting top of himself. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he starts getting out of rhythm, or he'll start missing balls and doing silly things. I mean, if he can just stay in his normal rhythm, he should be okay.
Have we got a sound check from everybody? No complaints. Presume everything's going okay. I would assume so. Nothing's been changed.
I've got a 4 o'clock, so I may be leaving before this match is over.
So Albinario has the one problem. Let's have a quick look at it. Well, he can certainly sneak the red in if he was sitting good on it, probably in the back of those 2 yellows, but he'd need to play it well to get it in off the jaw. It's very, very tight. And obviously there is one route to get to it. If he got in a good line on the red that's second above the one near the side pocket, he could roll that in and drop through in that red, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah, this is certainly not an easy run out here. I think he's you know, he's trying right now. He's going to try to get on it.
Yeah, this is good. Let's have a look at the angle. Well, it's not. It's not. He's too far.
Well, I don't know that he's too far.
Can you hold it?
I think he can roll this. It may bump the other red. That's the problem. Nope, it didn't. See, that's that light cue ball.
Well, he's doing it the other way. This will work as well.
Well, he overhit it. He was playing position on that. He was playing position on the trouble red, but he's got a good chance there. I mean, I don't see any reason why. I think he needs to draw this back into the yellow. Maybe past it. I mean, this thing's so light, it probably won't even hit the yellow.
Welcome to Spud Boy.
He's got to be careful not to overcook this. Yeah, see, he was scared of it.
Oh, he's played it well enough.
Yeah, this is a little tricky here because, you know, I mean, he wanted to be more straight in, but he was afraid to overcook it, and he's going to have to spin this, and this is no guarantees getting on the 8 ball here.
He doesn't want to hit any of those 2 yellows.
Well, the problem
like
is
that.
The problem is that light cue ball goes just dead sideways a lot, and that's, you know, that was the issue there. Even if he wouldn't have hit those yellows, I think he would have hit the last one he ran into anyways.
Welcome to CP.
So this is sort of a do or die shot. It's a reasonable shot. It looks like to me like this is going to be wide.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh no, it's not.
It
was
was
got
wide.
the far jaw.
That's what it looked like.
I thought
to me
that
when
was
he lined
heading
it
straight
up.
in. So that was a lot of hard work there, probably to no avail in the end. Welcome to BFO. I'm going to call you BFO and then Coldest Pillow CP.
Yeah, and SemiPro is very used to this cue ball. he plays a lot of shots off a stun, which is an advantage when you're playing with his cue ball.
Well, remember, this was Albinario's break. So,
and he plays great patterns. I mean,
it's a little dink through it.
It's just, everything's just simple.
Now, how well has he dinked through? Because you've still got to have a decent nice find. He's perfect. Could have done with dinking a wee bit more. So that's one that in the end got away from Albinario. He did all the good stuff. And of course, those two yellows been in the middle of the table. They were the blocker to get that cue ball clean through.
And see, that's what happens, that shot that he didn't get the cue ball back far enough.
Yeah. That's where it started.
That's why I originally was saying he should try to run into the yellow. And then I realized, well, if he puts a lot of draw on this, he's probably going to miss the yellow. I mean, the other option was to hit it harder to get it to slide over more, but that makes it hard to pocket the ball. But, you know, at some point you got to realize, man, if I put the cue ball here, I'm in real trouble, so I've got to take a chance and draw it back further, and if it goes too far, it goes too far.
Well, Semi's on the red's got a ball in the break, and he's going to be out here, I would think.
I would think so too. I mean, this is a pretty good looking table. I think he'll play position for the one in the side pocket and the one on the rail at the same time. You know, he's just going to clean these up here first, which probably isn't a bad idea. I mean, that one red down on the rail is very easy to get onto the black.
I'm not sure whether he's just gone a wee bit further. Well, he's a wee bit short of the one in the middle. I'm not sure what he actually played for there.
I'm not sure he was either.
Because I thought he was going to get rid of the one above it. You know, the one he's looking at now.
Yeah, well, he can shoot this one. I mean, he can draw this. He's going forward, which kind of surprises me. Oh, he's just going to dink it. Okay.
Steve predicted Semi was going to win. I'm sort of sitting in the fence. Oh, he dragged.
It's a little stun run there. Yeah, he came up a little short, but
it's going to be dead weight.
See if he comes across or just dinks it.
Just got to watch whether he is coming across in case anything can happen with that yellow. Strange things happen, but he's fine. He's got it dead weight. So this is the good start that Semi wanted to keep his sanity. 2-0. 13-7. Cold as CP. Now I'm back to calling him cold as pillow.
Yeah, I mean, everybody could learn a lot watching how he moves the cue ball. You know, he understands how to play with this light cue ball.
Well, he's got a ball at least. Now this is a bit of trouble because committing to the yellows, he's got two yellows that are a slight, well, certainly one of them you can get to along the rail on the left side, but the other one is a problem. The one near the 8-ball is a problem as well.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's going for reds. Now, does that red pass the yellow?
I don't think so.
But
it goes in the side pocket, but
yeah, but if he gets the one that's up in the top left-hand corner, he can get to that red. But the other one that's just out from it is will get into the side pocket, provided he clears that one. So
well, this is the kind of table Albin didn't need because
yeah, it's not easy.
You know, it's not easy, and you know, it could be another not quite get out and then leave it easy out for SemiPro.
Yeah, he's under a bit of pressure already, and these are difficult to dish up, but it would be a settler if he could get it. So this is where the hard work starts. Presumably he's going to get the one furthest away from us, apart from the one over the corner, if you know what I mean. The one behind the yellow, presumably he's going to get that.
Well, he could even play for the combo on the side, although I don't like it.
Now, he may end up doing, well, he's looking at that one, but he might end up doing what you're talking about here, because I don't think he's, there's a problem here if he takes that one behind the yellow, because he could end up hooked. He might be forced.
Well, if you want my opinion, he's in trouble.
Yeah, it looks
I think
like
he's going to have a very difficult time getting out from here. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know what his plan was. I don't know if he had a plan, but, you know, these kind of tables especially, from the get-go, you need a plan, because
that's
if you can't see a way to get out, then you don't want to be making all these balls. He may have done that on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he did. I think he was going to, you know, shoot that one in the side. I think, you know, he had a way to get out here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have just bumped into that yellow here and then shot the red in the side and made the 8 and been out. But that's fortunate that it's hung in the pocket.
That yellow doesn't really go into the side, the one that's nearest SemiPro. It's way too tight past the red.
Yeah, and this creates a big problem for SemiPro. That's a very nice shot.
That's a good shot.
Because with the ball hung in the pocket, it's so easy to kick it in. Of course, the way these balls are sitting, kicking that red in probably does Albin no good, because he's probably not going to have a shot on anything. I think you got to kick at the red down there below the black.
Well, he's looking for an edge here just to stay up top. That's what he's trying to find. He's trying to find an edge of this red. I mean, that
looks pretty hard to hit.
That is very, 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 very tight to get to that red. Oh dear. That's what he's trying, I think. Yeah, he's got it.
Wow. You can see better than you or I can. Yeah. I didn't see that edge.
And the one saving grace here for Albinario is that I don't think Semi can get that yellow that's above the red next to the 8 ball into the side.
He can get it right now. He can get the yellow over there. Well, not like that. He had a choice. He could have run forward into it too. Now he's in trouble. He's going to have to decide whether he wants to shoot or duck here.
Now, if he can, here's a shot. If he can come through the gap, he can deal with that yellow behind the 8 ball here. He's through the gap. Oh, he's missed it though.
Yeah.
And he would have had a shot.
Yep, he would have had a nice roll up there for it.
So this red has to go in, Albinario. He knows that. He doesn't need me to tell him that if he's going to play it, unless he's going to try and bank it.
It's not the easiest when it's off to the side like that.
Oh, it's gone in. It's gone in. What a lifesaver that was.
Yeah, I had my doubts on that one.
That was a lifesaver. Now he just needs to dink this in and go through past the yellow. I don't see where the problem is. The problem is controlling this cue ball off this last red. Just got to watch the pace on it, and also the track to that side pocket in the right hand side. Let's have a look at what he's angled like.
You have to trust that this thing's going to go by the yellow, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I think it will with this light cue ball, but maybe not. I mean, he's not going to trust it.
He's dragging off this to make sure, and that's why he's ended up missing it. That's why he's ended up missing it. That pace, these pockets won't take that. And you know, you just roll that in, and you have the top on it. You've got to trust. You know, and then again, maybe a bit of practice before the match would have helped with that. You'll get yourself settled in. No point in trying to settle in when you're 2-0 down and heading for 3-0 down.
Yeah, this is going to be 3-0 down. Don't want to get straight. He's pretty straight, but he's okay. He can roll that one.
And what Albinario hasn't had yet is an easy table, and that's what he's crying out for, is an easy table just to get a run of balls and get a rack in the board, and he ain't getting that yet. And SemiPro is just going to do the obvious, you know, he's just going to keep potting balls, sticking the racks in the board.
SemiPro made a mistake this rack. He missed a ball, but you know, that's about the only thing he's done wrong, and you're gonna miss some balls on these tables.
So once again, though, of course, this is on Albinario's break, so Albinario will be sitting with his fingers crossed.
Very good break, very good cue ball.
Well, this is well, the 8-ball. He's got to take reds then if he wants to open up the 8-ball, hasn't he? I mean, that's really what he has to do, and there isn't really a problem with red.
I think the reds are better anyways. So
yeah, they're all.
I mean,
one way or another, they're all accessible. Just the way that you take them out, that's all that matters.
I think he's got to decide where he's going with a cue ball here. He's looking at this other red. I think that probably a wise move, because the other way was going to kind of turn the cue ball loose.
Is he going to be comfortable to? I don't think that. No, that's way too tight to be trying to take that into the side. So he's going to have to take that up top, that red in the left rail.
Yeah, he's a little funny here, and that's a pretty good shot. You know, he made sure he was going to have a shot up table.
That one that's over the bottom right hand corner, could you not play a 2-in-1 shot with that ball to go over to the left side? If he finishes below the 8-ball, he's got the one red on the left side he can take. If he finishes out in the table, he can take that other one up the table.
I like this choice.
Let's see what he does.
That's a shot I would have played.
So he's going to leave the one over the corner to get. Is he leaving the one over the corner to get to the 8-ball?
Which one over the corner?
That's the one over the bottom left. Sorry, bottom right.
I would think that's the one he's going to leave. I'll tell you, because he's going to have to shoot a combo with this other thing. Boy, see, and the problem with shooting a combo down the rail like that, well, it's real easy to lose the red.
Exactly, it could end up in the short rail. Yeah. Now, this is a shot I was talking about earlier that he could have played a 2-in-1 shot here. Now you see where he's going with the cue ball. You see where he's going. If he'd left that red, the commentator's eye was right. He would have had the red that was on the left-hand side below the 8-ball to pot. Now I'll tell you, that's why I thought I like to take the one over the bottom corner first to give me a two-way option, and now he's got himself in trouble. Don't say I didn't tell you guys.
Yeah, well, I thought he should have played the one on the side and played position for the combination then.
Well, I got it right that time. Good evening to Mark. I'm glad Mark arrived to witness that, because then he'll realise I'm a tactical genius even more.
Well, here we go. What's he going to play? Now, he's got a couple options here. If you don't think you can make this in the side,
kicked it in.
The shot I like is to carom off the black. Carom it off the black into the corner.
Yeah, you're talking about cross corner.
Yeah, carom it off the black cross corner.
Nice.
I mean, I think that's a reasonable shot to shoot.
He's got enough room.
I mean, he may try to bank this too. I don't know. Trying to make this in the side just seems like a folly. I mean, it's not an easy shot if you're straight in on it. Yeah, I think he's either got to play the bank, the carom, playing the bank, and yeah, that's
almost done a cobra there.
Well, he didn't see the kiss.
So this obviously is a must, but I think Albie's a bit straight in this. He's going to have to leave something maybe awkward here.
Oh, he's okay. He can go forward with this.
He's got himself out. Well, he's got it out, but I wouldn't say it's exactly comfortable. Let's have a look.
No, he's okay, because you can just bump this other yellow, and he's fine. He's going to go up table with this. He's going to go forward. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's out.
That's the difference between you and Semi. You would have looked at your jammy kit.
Yeah, I do think Semi made a pattern mistake there.
Oh yeah, definitely in my eyes. Yep.
Because even if he got on the combo, there was no guarantee he was going to be able to hold the ball. I think he would have been able to, dink it down there pretty easy.
But the instance that immediately popped in my mind with that red that was over the bottom right, was it a red or a yellow? I can't remember now. But the one that was over this bottom right hand corner pocket here, I'm thinking immediately early on in the rack, well, there's a two-way shot. If I fall short, I can still deal with the red that's below the 8 ball. If I fall out in the table, I can play the little combo up the rail, and I would have played that. If that was me, I would have done it. And
leaving the one red that was up table a little ways from the corner pocket, that was an easy red to get onto the black. And if he left the combo for last, you don't really know what shot you're going to have.
Of course,
if you hit it good, the ball's going to be over the corner, but it may not be that easy to get on the black. I just, I thought he should have shot the combo and left the one ball because it was a known quantity.
Well, Albinario's got himself on the board. I didn't even notice a ball going in there, but he has got a ball. In fact, he's got two in the break there, but he's not really got a great... I mean, he's got a red, but I mean, look at the reds that's up here. You've got the two that I think you can certainly get to them. There's your problem.
Oh boy.
And straight away though.
That hurts. That's the problem.
He's got a potting issue.
Well, I'll tell you something that happens to good players is because they can do so much with the cue ball and stuff, they can get a little bit lackadaisical and sloppy because they just, they figure they can run out regardless, and it really lowers your percentage.
I'm
not saying SemiPro does that a lot because he plays good patterns and he plays the right way. But anybody that plays well can fall in that trap where they...
Well, you can't take anything for granted, especially on pots in this table. Straight in, you're fine, but tight and into the side pockets, you don't apply yourself to it, you'll end up in trouble.
He's got the angle to get there. Yep, good shot. Almost hit that too hard. Excellent shot.
This is very doable.
You're right. You can't take anything for granted. You gotta keep the brain engaged and see the pattern you want to play. Well, he didn't want to do that. He was trying to play position on that red. Now he's going to have to work for it. That was not what he wanted to have happen. He's just going to dink this and come off the rail. Well, maybe he can't. That's too deep in the pocket to do that. I'm not sure what he's going to do here.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly become a little bit of a test, this one.
Well,
is he banking this?
I'm not quite sure what he's thinking here. I mean, if he's cutting it this way, he's not going to come up with a shot.
Well,
this is not.
Well,
if he comes up with a shot, it's just going to be fortunate.
Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. It's gone. That's amazing. We're talking about that there, and it's amazing how you can get yourself in trouble in this table.
Well, I mean, he tried to bump the yellow and stay there for the red and just got on the high side of it. It's that light cue ball. And, even though he knows the light cue ball well, the thing is when you're putting top on this light cue ball, it's going to loop still, but it's going to take a bigger, slower loop. And it just caught him out. If he would have hit that a little easier, it probably would have taken the top and ended up with a shot.
Well, I think Albinario's got to be careful here because already he's just a wee bit awkward. This yellow that's in the right rail, on the long rail, he really obviously wants to get rid of the one he's on at the moment because that opens up that pocket for anything else that he might need to put in it on this right side. But he has to be able also to deal with that yellow that's up top and the other one that's just
Well, he's got a lot of options, and
northeast of the 8 ball.
He can play safe whenever he wants.
Well, that's the other factor. He might have to bail out here, I think, because I don't think this is comfortable to be trying to run out.
He's got a pretty easy safety where he can go forward on this yellow and bump the other one that's on the rail, and get it off the rail and put the cue ball right there on the rail, just like that.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
Now it looks a lot better.
Is one pocket Slim watching this? He needs to watch this, because that's the kind of shot that you want to shoot for safety. I mean, there's almost no way you can screw that up.
Well, this is going to have to kick the red in from behind, I think, off the short rail, isn't it?
He can make this.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. What a shot that was. I wish I'd replay. That's a cracking shot.
When you play safe there, it doesn't mean that, hey, the guy's going to give you a free shot or the guy can't make the ball. There's a chance always.
Yeah. Oh, look who's in. Look who's arrived in the building. And Albinario isn't happy. Oh dear. Well, Albinario was in theory in full control there. He had no trouble getting into this room, did he? You're right enough there, Cobra.
Good old Stub. He'll be in the stream before long. Mark my words.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really come in and I mean, even when I think he's got an attention span of a gnat, because if he does come into the stream, he types 2 lines and then you never see him again. I don't think his attention allows him to sit and watch a stream.
Well, it's 4-1, and Semi's got a table that's an absolute mess.
Oh, this is really a nice challenge.
One thing you could do is you could play the triple, yellow onto the red, and try to back it up into the other 3 balls and spread them out. You still got 1 red that's in trouble if you do that, and it's going to be hard backing this up into these reds to really the red, yellow, red to really move them substantially. But I think it could be done.
Well, if you're going to be aggressive and try and get the job done, that's the shot you're going to play right now, isn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't get that shot. Because I guess you can try to play some kind of moving game, but. Maybe he had some kind of plan for a moving game. Make that red, get the reds, and then start moving.
Welcome to Hazard, Haz Ventures.
But I'm a little surprised he didn't shoot that triple, because he could have hit the red in a way that get back into the other ones and, try to move a lot of balls. Well, that doesn't always work out. But if you're going to take a blast that's uncontrolled, the beginning of the rack's a pretty good place to make that choice.
Well, the one thing Albinario can't do now that he's potted a red is he can't do the shot you were talking about, Steve. Well, obviously now the table's not open. How's Albinario going to deal with these reds down the bottom here? Obviously he can pot a couple of them.
He's going to have a difficult time getting out, because that's just not going to move that many balls. That is a cracking shot. That was magic.
That was a beautiful shot. Got the top spin in the cue ball.
That was magic, having it loop around, hit one yellow, loop around, hit the other yellow. I mean, I'd like to see him shoot that shot again. No. I don't know what he was trying to do, but if it was that, I'm impressed.
Oh dear! Well,
oh my God!
Well, that was a commentator's curse, wasn't it? I mean, I think he got all excited doing that, and he's hung it over the pocket. Albinario's been called away.
That's why you never want to get happy about good shots. I'll tell you what, I learned the hard way about that. Get happy about good shots and then dog it. Just got to keep it a level keel.
Well, the red isn't going to be safe in a minute. if Semi-Pro pots this yellow right now, and of course
I'm kind of surprised he's not going to pot that yellow. He's on it perfect. Why
Yeah.
not pot it now?
Get rid of it.
You got to be confident you're running out from here. You're not going to get on it much better
Yeah,
than this.
I mean, the other way to send a message to your opponent is you know, clear the. See, there's a lot of players would keep that there as a safety net. Is he going to play the combo first?
Yeah. See, this is the wrong move. See,
And now
look at this.
Now he's
That's
killed
a
it.
terrible decision.
Let's have a look.
And see,
He's still okay
he's still
though,
a
I
go.
think.
But you know, that's a terrible decision. You know, that's being scared. You know, for a guy that plays his level, he should always shoot that ball while he's on it. You know, and that's another thing. He probably thinks, oh, I can get on this anytime I want. Well, guess what? We've seen him not get out because he couldn't get on the balls, and you know, nobody's good enough that they're always going to get on it. He's sitting perfect on it. Shoot it. I mean, all the other balls were open. He's gonna run out. And this is Semi-Pro. You know, he's thinking a lot right now.
Yeah, he's overthinking. I think.
He's figuring out how to screw up, is what he's doing.
I think he's got a decent angle on this, has he? No, he hasn't. I mean, he's not going to be bumping the yellow. He's just going to have to play for the cut.
He's okay. He's got a couple choices here. He can just dink this if he wants. He's going to come off the rail. That's well done. But, you know, you don't want this shot because you get a little thin on it or you don't get out far enough. You really don't want to start leaving this kind of situation for the end.
Well,
he's okay. It goes. He's fine. And this is easy to hold it for the 8-ball. This
checking the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah, this is no problem. But he needs to play with confidence. You know, I guarantee you when he's getting all these 147s and snooker, he's not playing like that. He's just getting up and running out.
Well, 5-1 down. Albinario is needing assistance early on in this match, and needs to run out if he can, or at least get good control of the table.
Well, he's got a ball in. Table's reasonable.
I don't think he's got a reasonable first shot though, has he? He's got a cut in the side.
He can shoot the yellow.
I think he's only got one ball.
Well, the yellows are good though. I mean, that's fine.
Got to get down onto that one eventually.
The black is a little tricky to get on. You do have a pretty good area, but you know where that thing is. You need to plan the. Oh boy.
Yeah, it wasn't a gimme that first shot.
Well, he's gone goofy, is what's happened. I mean, look at the shot he missed last rack. I mean, Albin's in goofy mode right now. He needs to settle down. Semi-Pro's going to take the red, which I don't think is a bad decision because it gets rid of all the issues of getting on the black, which, you know, if you got the yellows, getting on the black is significantly more difficult. You better have a good shot for your key ball.
Well, he's got to dink the top red in and then get rid of the one that's next to yellow, hasn't he?
I think he will.
Get back into the table.
He's got 2 balls extended from the side pockets, and those can really you can get called out on those if you're not careful.
Now, is he going to take any of this yellow? No. Yes, he is.
I'm not quite sure what he was thinking there. Now he's funny. Now he's got problem.
Albie should have held. What was you talking about there, Cobra? Albie should have held back. Held back on what?
If he was straight in on this ball, he'd be fine, but he's not. Yeah, he hit it good. That's a fine shot. I was able to hold it. And that'll do it.
He needs to get up the table far enough so that looks good. Far enough. Well, he could have done with going a wee bit more, but he can go forward and around the corner now as long as he doesn't bump straight into the 8-ball. And he's well away from that, so.
Yeah, that's not going to happen with that cue ball.
And again, it's on Albie's break.
Yeah, this is, well, I didn't think the match would go like this, but, you know, Albin's missed like 4 easy balls, and you just can't do that against a player like SemiPro.
Couple of balls going in. Cue ball's not ideal. I mean, he's got a red, but does he want to take reds? That's the question. I don't think so. He's got a yellow there, and he might be colliding with that red up in the top rail.
Now, the yellows aren't guaranteed either.
Yeah. He's collided with it, and I don't think... Well, he's going to have a thin cut if he's going to be crazy enough to have a go at it. He could try ducking behind the 8 ball here, can he not? And use that yellow.
He may run at these 2 yellows right now, because he's going to have to move those 2 yellows. He's got a shot here up table where he can come back and run into those 2 yellows. That's what he's doing. That's a very well-played shot, and he's not going to get a reward out of it. Might be time to play safe. I'm not sure there's any place you can really go, but I think he could thin this yellow and just stick it over there by the corner pocket. Just hit this yellow real thin, use it as a blocker. Now he's going to come up.
Yeah, he's left. I don't think he's left anything.
No, I like that shot better than my idea, and because that shot was more guaranteed.
Yeah, nothing doing here for Albie.
Good play.
Well, Albie's got to think about protecting this 8 ball. I don't know whether he can though. And that's,
well, it was close to good, and now it's not.
Of course.
You know, the thing is does SemiPro want to? And he doesn't, so he's going to make Albin kick at balls. The problem with SemiPro has, there's so many balls to kick at that, you know, what you want, you either want a free ball or you want your opponent to, like clear your balls out, and neither one is going to happen there.
First problem or the major problem, obviously, is that Albinario's guarded the yellow up there.
Here we go.
And that's well played.
Nice play. No, I mean, that was smart playing safe there. It wasn't going to get him a free shot or knock his ball loose, but it did get him an opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to do it. I mean, Albie didn't have to hit a rail there. That was called a full snooker, wasn't it? So
I think he was going to bump this red.
Well, he's got to be careful again, and hasn't bumped it too hard. He's got a clean shot.
He's good. This is just roll it in. It's going to come straight across in between them. Yeah, I mean, SemiPro's playing really good, and you know the shot he just shot to come up table was, you know, with all that spin on it, that was a pretty cool shot. I mean, that's a lot harder than it looks with this cue ball, this light cue ball.
So 7-1. It's going to be some comeback for Albinario to get out of this hole, and that doesn't help. He's scratched. So straight away, Semi will be looking at, well, it depends how confident he's going to be 7-1 up, because he can obviously open up this 8 ball straight away here.
He's going to. He's got to do something with that.
Oh, what is he looking at?
I'm not sure what he's thinking, but I would think that he's going to try to open that up and take yellows. He could open it up and take reds.
Oh dear. Well, we didn't expect that, did we?
I think he thought he was going to hit one of those yellows.
Well, the 8's fine, the red's clean. So Albinario's committed to the reds here. Those 2 yellows stuck in the rail. He's not going to be interfering with them. I think he's reds all the way. Got to be.
Yeah, he needs to run out, because whenever you have a situation like this where the problem is 2 balls stuck together that are the same color, that's very easy to fix. All you have to do is run into them, and you probably have fixed it and got them both loose. So you don't want to let your opponent back to the table. Albin needs to run out right now.
Well, this was the unexpected opportunity that Albie was hoping for.
Well, you know, SemiPro's got to make some mistakes.
Well, I don't know whether Albie was trying to get rid of that red next to the 8 ball there, and if he has, he's fell short because now he's having to take the other one into the side. I think his intention was to try and get to that, you know, clear that pocket and get to that red that's on the rail, the two that are up top. Because that's, you know, okay, if you got there for that as your last ball, you're fine, the 8 ball's handy where it is. But I think he's got to clear the pocket right now.
Yeah. I mean, so far in this tournament, I've only seen 2 players, SemiPro and LS3, that were comfortable with this lightweight cue ball.
Got to get rid of that. And he's still in 2 minds, but I think he must get rid of that now because you never know what can happen. He has to be concerned about that red that's up there in the rail or just off the rail. I mean, obviously this one down here as well, so if he ends up going out into the table, he could end up taking red top left, red next to the 8 ball, and then going down table. I don't think he's hard, I don't know whether he's convinced of what way to go about it here. I think sometimes you've got to be setting your mind for one way and make your mind up and go for it, because if you start umming and ahhing and looking around like this, you're heading for disaster here. He's not confident.
The problem with this shot is you got to get a shot on that ball by the 8, and if you don't, you're in trouble. Ooh, that was close. That could have bumped the yellow, and he could have been hooked. So he's good now because he can go up table with these other ones. My guess is he's going to. Well, he's looking at this one over here. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he wants to shoot this one by the 8 and then shoot the one up the rail.
Yeah, he's you know, whatever he does, he needs to deal with this over here more than he has to deal with the one in the left.
If he draws that one back, he could take the one a little further out. I'm not sure he wants to try to do that. You know, this could go funny, and he's lucky there. Yeah, I didn't like that choice.
Oh, I tell you, he can just get to it. He's got to watch it. He had to tweak it. He had to tweak it to get it there. Little bit of spin.
Well, here's the problem here. You got to make sure you get by this. Now, he's straight enough, he should be able to. This light cue ball will go sideways a little more, but he should be able to. There he goes.
Well,
yep. So he's gonna get another game.
Well, I'm not gonna say yes he is or what yet, because this isn't quite as simple looking to me.
Oh yeah, it is. It's easy
because
that light cue ball is easy to hold. So I promise not to mute stuff. You think I'm crazy?
Well, a bonus right there for Albinario. That has to be, and the 8 balls going in. And look at the break. The break actually was pretty damn good, and he ends up with that. And watch what happens now. Semi will end up with a duff break now.
Watch this cue ball. This cue ball's been good on the break. It's been coming right back into the rack. And is that dry?
No, I think something went in. Yeah, a red's gone. Well, we've got 23 people watching tonight. "23 viewers. All welcome." Well, what's he going to commit to here? Because obviously, again, you're not going to get an easy table. You will have issues. Now,
I might have taken yellows there, but you know they're both got problems.
Those 2 reds. You could sort of attempt to make some sort of combo out of them, but
yeah,
there's not much room to work though.
Well, you do have that one yellow in the pocket that you can play off of. And,
it's
that
a big
makes
pocket.
the pocket big.
Yeah. He might be able to go at that now. In fact, he might have.
I think he is going to shoot it because
Absolutely.
you know, with that big pocket, you got to take advantage of it. I don't know what he's doing
Well, I don't think he's comfortably on that. He's got enough room where that yellow was sitting.
here. I think he's going to have a hard time getting out. I guess he's going to shoot this one in the side pocket.
How comfortable is that? That'll go.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Then he just got to figure out how to get up for the 8-ball. 8-ball does go on both sides.
I'm looking to see if he pots the one on the side, can he then get the other red that's next to it?
I think he can.
It's tightish to that yellow to get the cut angle on it.
It's a big pocket.
Yeah, well, if he's going
now for sure he's going to have to play it off the yellow.
Well, I think he can certainly get it in. I don't
know what he's thinking, but I think
going for the bump.
The shot's to play it off the yellow. Obviously, he didn't like that shot.
Yeah.
He must have not thought it was a good shot. And now it's going to get tough.
Well, this is going to be running wild.
Well, he needs it to get up table, so he needs to get by those two yellows down there and come up table.
Oh, that's a cracking shot. But he's going to
get that good. Oh, he's good. He's going to cut this in the side.
He's got the cut into the side as well.
And I think he'll hit that yellow down there. If he misses the yellow by the corner pocket, it could scratch. But I think he's okay. It's probably going to get the yellow next to it. Nope, it didn't. Okay. God, that was a good crazy out. The way it comes off. That was really a good out.
So 8-2. And again, Albinario has to make the most of his break if he can. Welcome to Winnie. And this looks... Oh, well, he would have hoped that 8-ball went in there. He would have hoped that went in there, but oh, goodness me.
He needs to copy SemiPro's break because Albin's break, not only is he not making balls, but look at this mess. He's going to take the yellows. I can't imagine him not taking I can't see him taking the reds.
Well, of course, he's going to take yellows, and he's going to be doing a fair bit of damage when he gets down the table or up the table.
Well, he wanted to have a blast on his next shot. This is not what he wanted.
He's going to have to play the combo right now, is he not? But I don't.
Yeah, that's no good. That's just gonna, it's hard to move balls.
Try to bank the yellow.
He wanted to have some angle on that one in the pocket so he can move balls.
No, he's not.
He's just going to play safe. Now that's a smart play.
Well, I don't know whether Albinario can obviously pot the red in the side. I think, can he?
He can, but you got to have a plan. How are you going to run out? You're going to start making balls without a plan, and you're already in trouble.
Yeah, it's both of those reds that are near the pocket are awkward, whatever way you look at them. Is he going to do a stub here and let rip? No. He's trying to get the angle from this red. This looks reasonable.
Oh yeah. You can really pump this because it's going to move sideways.
Watch the cue ball.
But unfortunately, when you got that many balls there, even pumping it, that light cue ball, you got to realize that light cue ball is not going to move the balls as good because the balls are heavier than it, It's like a Volkswagen running into a semi-truck.
I think Albinario, look at the way he's looking up at that corner pocket. I hope he's not trying to glance his red and duck in behind the yellows.
Well, if you're Albin, there's two choices. One is try to get a ball in position to break them out. Another is try to move, one of your reds out of there without selling out the table.
And of course, when you start banging balls in this situation, whoever starts getting aggressive here you've got to be reminded in mind of that 8-ball hanging over the side pocket. And just a little feather's going to knock that in. You know, you start getting loose and rattling and moving balls, strange things happen.
Now I would move the ball that's by the rail. He's got, see the ball that was by the rail, the one that was above the other one? I would have moved that red. He had a chance to move that out of there. Well, leaving that there does him no good. He'd get that ball out in the middle of the table and have another ball that he can use to potentially break out that mess.
I deliberately missed that there. He wasn't playing to pot it. He's looking to. He's setting up the yellow. He probably wants rid of the other yellow that's just out from the side pocket.
Albin finally moved it. Unfortunately, see, if he would have done that last turn, he could have put it out in the middle of the table.
Yeah, but I can see where SemiPro's going here. He's trying to get. He's deliberately keeping that yellow there because he wants the other yellow out of the way. The one that Albie's looking at right now, that's the one SemiPro wants rid of because he wants to be able to use the side pocket one to get into those yellows and break them open. That's what he wants to do. That's why he's not potting it. And now he's got a chance to do what he's set up. He's been setting up for the last 3 shots.
Well, so, I don't think he's going to blast them now. Well, he's going to put this in front of the pocket.
He's just going to bide his time until he's in a better setup.
So that's a smart shot because, you know, his balls are the ones that are in front. So he gets a ball down there and now he can shoot a combination.
Oh, that's almost right on the jaw.
And that was the right shot for Albin to shoot. Unfortunately, he's got so many balls tied up. And that is going to be an issue. Albin's in real trouble here. This game is not looking good for Albin.
I haven't been on Facebook today, Mark. I never saw anything. What age are you now? 75? Happy birthday.
Is this Mark's birthday? Happy birthday, Mark. Well.
65, oh well.
He's just going to bank this back down by these other balls. I don't think he'll try to make anything. He's not even going to do that. Albin can shove balls around here for a while, but the bottom line is he's in a situation where he's going to lose unless something wonderful happens for him. He may try to move his ball some. Nope.
Well, I think if you're 8-2 up and you've got 2 yellows sitting the way they are, I mean, Semi's going to try and duck in the corner here, I think. Oh dear. Well, that was always in the cards, that wasn't it? I mentioned
a huge mistake.
I mentioned that earlier in Iraq. I mentioned it earlier in Iraq where I thought Albinario was going to try and do something like that, and SemiPro's falling into his own trap.
That was dumb. You just cannot afford to take a chance like that. Trying to sneak the ball back behind him because he didn't need to do that. He's the one that had table position.
Well, don't forget though, the last rack that Albinario got was from a SemiPro mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
but that one was dumb. That wasn't just a mistake. That was a dumb mistake.
Is this a here we go again scenario? Because Albinario's got his free shot.
You know, when you're in the driver's seat, you don't take chances.
Oh, he's not really improved it.
SemiPro basically had the game won. I mean, Albin was not going to win that game unless he got lucky.
Well, he's not going to win this unless he gets a bump in that red that's up the short rail because he ain't running out here.
Oh, he can get out here. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but he can definitely get out here.
Unless he gets it to follow in, and I'm not so sure it's as easy to get it to follow in when you're playing it at more of a distance towards the other ball. Well, he's got rid of
yeah, but I don't know if he has a shot. The way that table was sitting, it was so bad for Albin that it might have been worth him taking a blast at those reds in the corner and just having them go crazy around the table and maybe get lucky and make one, because he was going to lose. And SemiPro just handed him the game. Now he may still win, but that was not what you want to do. I can't believe Albin's doing this. He's trying to play for position here, and I don't like this.
I don't think he's got a great deal of choice here, to be honest with you.
I think he cuts this ball down table and goes back and forth across the rail and shoots the one on the end rail. I mean, that's what he should do. He should back cut that ball up table. I don't see playing a moving game with SemiPro having all these balls out on the table like this. I think this situation where you just go for it, and now he's drawn enough that he may be trying to run into the red. You could just go back and forth, but he may just try to run into it. I like back and forth because running into balls, you don't know what's going to happen.
This is a last chance saloon shot in this rack.
Well, I mean, but this is what you have to do. If you think you're gonna win trying to start a moving game from here, when the other guy's got more balls and a ball sitting right in front of the pocket, it's that's not a good strategy. So he didn't make it. Oh, he tried to hold it for it. Yeah, see, I thought he'd go back and forth more. So this is pretty much over at this point, unless SemiPro does something really stupid.
Yeah, this is 9-2 every day of the week.
All right, I'm gonna go change my clothes and get ready for my 4 o'clock. I'll be back in a few.
Okay. Well, it says rack to lose now, isn't it? I mean, can't see where it's going to go wrong. It's just going to be a complete unforced error. We're taking this into the side. The cue ball just wants to leak away, doesn't it? Got to keep control. So obviously doesn't need to worry where the cue ball's going, as long as he's in the table somewhere. He can pot the 8 ball. So and once again, and this is where all the bad news is happening for Albinario. All of this is all happening in Albi's break. How many racks has Albi lost on his break? Probably, I'm going to hedge my bets here and say just about every one he's actually lost in his break, and that's why SemiPro is 9-2 up as well. Albi's, I don't think, been in control. Well, he has been in control in some of his racks that he's broke, but he's still ended up losing them. So 9-2 is a huge advantage. And it's even more of an advantage when you've got a break with a couple of balls in a break. It's going to be reds. Now, he's going to have to be clever here. He's going to probably play this red off one of the 2 reds into the pocket. I can't believe he's going to play it clean, because you've got to do something with those 2 reds there, and he might use them. He might be looking at the line off the edge of that red to get this into, just bump these into play better. He has to. I can't believe he's going to play it clean, and that's what he did. But he's still got a problem.
Well, no surprise, it's 9-2.
So he played the right shot there, Steve. These 2 reds were stuck on top of one another, and he potted his own red off the edge of one of them to try and break them out, but this other one's still a slight problem behind the 8-ball.
Oh, he's fine here, but he needs to get to it now. Come down here and get to the red on the end rail. Oh, don't try to run. Don't. Oh,
he's going to bump.
He's okay because he can maybe get to it here. I think with this light cue ball you can get to that, but it's a little indeterminate. He was trying to get past that red so he could shoot the one on the rail and bump the 8 out of the way, and he just didn't get past it.
Well, he's hung the red. Yeah. He's hung the red, but again, Albinario has a major problem. Even though he can pot the yellow, he's got the yellow down here by the 8-ball that he must find a way to get there.
That yellow goes in a bunch of pockets. He just, he's going to have to play up table and try to get behind it. And you want to do that sooner rather than later. So here we go right here. He's going to shoot this one in the side. He may try to bump the 8-ball. That's probably the easiest way to get a shot on that is bump into the 8-ball, and you'll probably get a shot up table.
Well, first of all, he has to watch the pace he plays it at. Secondly, if he bumps the 8-ball left side, he'll scratch probably.
Well, yeah, you can't be on that side of it. But as long as he's straight on or a little on the right, then he'll get a shot someplace.
What's he thinking? Is he just...
Well, with this light cue ball...
Well, he's got rid of the one in the rail.
Well, he wanted a different angle. I thought he had a nice angle, with his light cue ball. I don't like this angle
I'm not convinced that's a better angle.
I don't think it is. I thought he was good where he was.
I think he's... this has to work. Whatever happens, he's trying to drop behind it. No, he's not. He was trying to clear the pocket. Well, that didn't work.
Well, he's just confused with this cue ball because he had a really good angle of the shot before, and he just didn't recognize it, I guess.
Well, it needs to be a very good shot to do something with this.
He's got a chance.
I think, you can at least see it, but can he get enough of that? And
honestly, I'm surprised he played it like that. He could have tried to get behind it, and he really didn't. He can make this yellow on the red. That red's way deep in. I think he's the favorite to make this ball. All he has to do is hit it pretty straight on. It's going to go in.
And Albinario says no clue where this thing is going. Well, he almost scratched. And
well, he didn't hit it very straight on.
He's actually, in fact,
he's got a combo here.
No, I forgot. He's actually played a foul there. It's pre-shot to SemiPro.
He scratched. That's right. Well.
He potted the red, but he didn't get the yellow to follow, and that's where the foul came. So it's
that was a terrible shot he just played there.
Double figures. This is going to be a blitz, folks.
Well, you knew SemiPro was a pretty good favorite in this, but didn't expect it to go this lopsided. Alvin's really struggled.
No, he's not been at the party at all. Well, this is what honestly, you call a comfort zone.
I think SemiPro should be playing like this in all the games. He just isn't as comfortable in some of these other games for some reason. Because he's capable of playing really good, 9-ball and 10-ball in all the games. He just hasn't.
What have I said all night here so far? Albinario's broke again, and he's come up dry, and SemiPro's got a table that he can deal with here, although he's got a slight problem up top, but he's got opportunities to deal with it. No, I won't have an early night CP. I'm going to watch the snooker after this. I don't know who's playing. I haven't looked yet, but I'm going to watch a bit of that.
I like the yellows, and I think he does too.
Yeah, he's going to look at dealing with that issue. He can't deal with it here.
No, it's a little tricky getting to it. I'm sure he has a plan. He's going to do it right now.
Who's playing? Murphy and Murphy and VP. That's the one I wanted to watch.
That was caused by hitting the yellow a little thick.
Yeah, well,
he doesn't hit that yellow thick, and he doesn't scratch like that.
Well, there's another. This is a third. And now Albinario's won 2 racks, both of them from mistakes that were made by SemiPro. This is his third chance to get a third rack. So. Yeah. It's ironic that it's ironic though he hasn't actually really controlled the rack. His brake's not worked for him at all night. First of all, he's never had any joy there. Big chunks of racks have all gone to SemiPro on Albinario's brake, and the 3 racks that that Albinario's going to win are all from errors unforced by SemiPro. So. SemiPro's not given an awful lot away tonight. Albinario's not had much help on the brake, but I think you've got to make the most of what you get, and Albinario's not really had much help from his brake, and if that's not working for you to hold your brake and keep putting racks on the board, then you're going to drift away just exactly like this has happened.
That kind of in-off SemiPro had there is it's easy to do that. All you have to do is hit a little thick. I mean, was he aware of that? And say, like, if I do anything, I want to hit this on the thin side? Maybe he didn't think that. That might have been the only thing he did wrong there, because, that's kind of close to bad brake territory.
I know it sounds as if you're saying the obvious here, LS3, but you are correct. It is like stating the obvious. You have to brake and run. But you look at Albinario's brakes; they've been pretty poor. He's had a chunk of dry brakes.
I'm a little surprised he's looking at reds here. I don't know why he wouldn't take yellows. I mean, the yellows are sitting pretty good.
Thing is, in a match like this, if you start off bad like Albinario, then and it just keeps going, then suddenly the matches run away from you like this.
I didn't like that shot, and the reason why I didn't like that shot, it was too indeterminate what was going to happen.
Yeah, you don't know. He could have
with the cue ball.
Could end up in the pocket.
Yeah, well, he could end up hooked behind the rail. That was. I mean, I would have shot the one down the rail and then maybe played the combo or played for the one by the pocket. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, this will be a good shot. He's dead straight.
I mean, the problem is missing the red because...
Well, I think he probably...
he's going forward?
Is he going to try to...
I mean, forward's easier to get the ball to come out.
I think all he wants to do is get it out. He's probably going to
avoid the red.
He's got the draw.
That's fortunate.
Yeah, he's got lucky, but...
Yeah, that was fortunate there.
You need that little bit of luck, so just find the gap.
You got to take this to the rail. See, that's the wrong way to play it in my mind, unless you're really confident, and maybe he is. Maybe he's really confident with that light cue ball. I would have always taken that to the rail to make sure I didn't snooker myself.
Well, when did this match start? 7:30, so it's an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is a royal thrashing here.
Oh well, Albinario's had his bad match, if it goes the way we all think it's going to end up now, so all he needs to do is...
Albin says, I have no clue where this thing is going.
Yeah, he said that about an hour ago.
And SemiPro says, me neither. Well, that's baloney. SemiPro has a very good idea. I mean, you can just judge by the last shot he shot. He was very confident. He didn't try to go to the rail. I mean, he knew what the speed was going to be with it. Well, this is interesting because he doesn't really have anything that's a gimme shot here.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Albinario's got a ball in the break this time, and he still ended up with nothing. I mean, he'd probably be better.
You can play safe.
Yeah, but we'd not be better
off this red and put it by this yellow on the rail.
Stick it with the yellow. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Just dink the red and tuck it to the yellow and not leave anything else on for semi.
And you don't see too many players do that, but that's a viable play when you're in a situation like this. Is just play a safety and make it tough on your opponent.
Oh, he doesn't want to start trying to be creative at this stage. Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
well,
you know.
But see, this is how you lose the rack right out the gate.
Yeah.
You know, by shooting that. He should have played safe there. That was just too difficult, and now he's going to lose this rack probably.
Well, they're all there. It's just again about dealing with the one problem red. There's one problem red below that yellow up top. The other one in the rail you can get to.
Yeah, well, he could take the yellows. I mean, he's got one that's in trouble by this 8-ball. It does go up table.
In fact, yeah.
He looks like he's going to choose red.
Yeah, the yellows don't look bad either, apart from the one that is stuck by the 8.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any advantage to one or the other.
He's checking this up with a bit of right so that he's maybe trying to come in the gap. He's got a bump. He's missed a red. Cue ball's almost gone in.
See, and that's maybe one reason to pick yellows is here he is right off the bat doing a shot, across the table with a bunch of English, and look what happened. He missed it.
And I'll tell you something, Albinario's got no shot in the reds because he's hooked behind the jaw for both reds, for the reds up top and the reds down bottom. He's in a hole.
He's got the one on the end rail. He's going to shoot that. I mean, because you almost have to at this point. The yellows don't look as good with that red hung in the pocket and that yellow stranded on a desert island.
It's not often you see a last chance saloon shot in a rack when it's still an open table, but that was it right there for Albinario. That was it right there.
Well, I think, this is more like watching, pros play. It's last chance saloon just about every shot because if you make a mistake,
the other guy's running out. Now, I presume he can still see that red that's over the pocket. Let's have a quick look. Yes, he can. And he's got to miss that yellow, get out into the table. Now, he's going to stay inside here, I think. He's going to stay inside for the gap and play this other red that's out from the yellow down the bottom here. He's going to play that one next, after he's played the one up top. Then presumably he's going to have to play the 8-ball up table. I mean, I can't see him doing anything else even if he got that far. This is not, it's not on the scoreboard yet, this rack, but he's it all hinges on potting that one, and he's going to take the other one.
He's going to I'm kind of surprised he did that. Why didn't he shoot the one in the corner and go 2 rails into the yellow and the black? I mean, he can get behind and make this backup table without moving it. Maybe that's his plan.
Well, I think
he's got himself funny now.
Yeah, he's too straight. He's in trouble.
Yeah. He could have tried to move it there.
Yeah.
He must have had a plan that he was going to get on the 8.
For me, that was a target ball. That was the one he had to play because then he had a shot.
Boy, I would have stopped that and left a cut coming off the rail. I mean, this works, but I think the back cut's harder than shooting it, from the other side of it and coming off the rail.
Oh, this is ugly.
This is not really what you want. I can't. All he had to do was stop it, and he had a nice little cut down the rail.
He's trying to hold it, which he should be able to do, but it's got to go.
Hold it. It's a question of whether he's going to make this ball.
No, nowhere near it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What an attempted safety that was, but he's left obviously a shot. So
it's not going to matter, but that's pretty funny.
Well, I think the icing in the cake there for Albie would have been him scratching anyway. Now, what's Semi going to do here? Because again, he's got to get a bump. And that one up top that he's looking at is the one that he could play and try and get to bump the yellow in 8.
He doesn't have to get a bump.
And he doesn't.
See,
he can do that.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't get what he
This
wanted.
could be a
He
kick
left
in.
a kick at it.
It
And
could
then,
be a
you know,
kick.
you kick this in and play some kind of carom or bank. I mean, yeah, he wanted to not leave this. I mean, it was the right play to play safe, but.
Oh, that looks a good line. That's beautiful. Pity he's going to have to dig something else out here.
Yeah, the carom is not so wonderful. The bank is, he's going to have to cut this.
Yeah,
it does cut in, and it's a reasonable shot. I mean, this is a shot I think Albin's probably going to make.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That was a desperation last two shots that Albin's just played there. Hats off to him for that.
All right. Well, I have to go. I can't wait for the finale of this. But
well, I don't think you're going to be surprised at the outcome, Steve. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I think
it's going to be. It would have to be comeback of the century for Albin to win from here. I don't think that's happening. Anyhow, thanks for streaming, Hugh. I will hopefully be around for the whenever whoever plays Stub.
Right. Well, we'll bid you the standard American goodbye message. Have a nice day. Thanks for joining. See you later.
Right. Later.
And I'll just do a quick tab after this shot, and we'll shut down Discord. We'll just do that right now. Right, that takes care of that. Chat will fix itself in a minute. So, 8 ball can be got at. It's tight, but it can be got to. In fact, not only can he get it, he's bumped it to open up, but has he still got a shot though? Well, he's got the cut. He didn't really get on that one behind the two reds. And suddenly, I think he might be lucky here. He might be very lucky. I think he's very lucky. He's got enough of the edge in that. And now he's not so lucky. He's now hooked in the point, and Albinario might have a lifeline. Yeah, it's a slim lifeline, but he's got a shot. Again, because it was a full snooker, or called a full snooker, he didn't have to hit a rail after hitting the object ball, but Albinario, I don't really think there's a lot of pressure on Albi now. I think he's resigned to defeat, so, you know, all you do is just pot the balls and try and get out. It's a simple thing. He should be well relaxed now, Albi. I'll dink down onto the top rail right now, or... Well, that wasn't really committed to do either, was it? I'm not sure what he played. Obviously, he's got the red in the middle of the table. It's all about leaving that nice angle on the last ball to get out into the table far enough for this 8 ball. Now, he's either going to be rolling through if he's playing... Well, he can't do that now because he's having to play this as his second last ball, so... He wants to stay away from the 8 ball, and it needs to keep going, and it hasn't. He would have ideally just wanted it to drop through, but he shouldn't have a problem. So this is another consolation rack for Albinario, and this time it's on SemiPro's break, so always, well, is he going to get any redemption here from his break? He's got a ball, and it's got to be, well, I think it could be either. Every set of balls here is very good. So once again, this is an out for Albinario. I mean, we can't make it any simpler. Not only is the table good, it has to be delivered. There's the one yellow that's a slight concern, which is the one that he's right over the top of right now. That's the one that you've got to find a way. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as you can get to it, but if you play the one above the 8 ball into the side at some point in the visit, you could still leave that yellow there by means of getting onto the final 8 ball. So it depends on how your mindset is. You know, your mindset could be try and deal with that yellow as it is, or if you play the pattern you're intended to play, then that yellow over the side pocket above the 8 is your access to the one that's on the long rail on the left. Therefore it's the one that, provided you've got the little angle, you can get out for the 8 no problem. So that might be the way he's going. I'm not sure whether he played to go through to get the yellow that's on the nearest inside up top there. More than likely he played for the one over the side. So now, having played that one over the side now, and he's played it earlier in the visit, let's see how the pattern goes with this yellow as it is. So this is where he is a bit concerned about it, so he looks as if he's going to commit to that right now. So now the train of thought goes along the road of, right, how do you get back onto the 8 ball? Is it going to be a long 8 ball into the bottom left hand corner? It looks more than likely that it is. And is he going to dink through into the gap? Yes, he is. So it's going to be a long 8 ball. You know, multiple ways to get out there because of the way all the balls were sitting open. It's just that you do the damn thing right and get there. That was the most important thing about the whole visit, is getting it done. It was a fairly straightforward table. So he's back to 5 behind, still needing lots of assistance. SemiPro's got balls flying in all over the place, and the unfortunate news for Albi is this is going to be SemiPro in the hill, unless he does something daft. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 balls have gone in the break, most of them reds. He's taking the yellows, and he's going to take the one down bottom first, does he not? Because he can get to this one here. I can't see what the problem is with taking that and then dealing with this. The only concern I would have is that I need to make sure I get down far enough. I think he might be just worried about having maybe too much angle in this. I don't know. He's back to where he was in the first place, so let's see if we can get decent on it. So this is the one he has to get out of the way. The 8 ball goes into this corner anyway, so there's no worries there if that's going to be the last ball. Oh dear, well, did you expect that? Did anybody expect that? I think, remember what we said about taking things for granted earlier on? Did SemiPro take that for granted? But what it boils down to is it's an unforced error, and it's a gift for Albinario. Now remember what I said earlier in Iraq, that he had a shot earlier on, exactly the same shot to get down below, and Well, this is all that Albinario can do, is just hope he gets that odd chance. And as I say, a big chunk of Albinario's racks have all been from errors that SemiPro has made, and this is another one. So that's a bonus, and of course he has to back it up. He has to sustain that by getting a good break, getting a couple of balls or whatever, and having a decent table. But the cue ball's gone south, and there's a disaster. That's the one that you don't want to back up in your next rack, is a straight scratch like that. Or was it a scratch? Or did he get a ball? I thought the cue ball had gone in. Oh, I'm falling asleep here, I'm hallucinating. I thought the cue ball had gone in. It was a yellow that went in. It's that time of night, guys. Have sympathy with me. It's my first major blunder of the night, I think. But either way, Albinario's still at the table. Honestly, I could have sworn blind, and I am blind, that was a cue ball that flew in, but it was a yellow. Much to Albinario's relief. Well, is that red tight enough? No, I'm looking to see if this yellow can be played as a combo. I'll tell you what, he's got to play that well. I mean, he can just catch enough of that to even skim this red and it'll go in. But it's tight. And the other problem is he any good on this one? Yes, he is. But can he get out? Oh, it wiped its feet. And now he's hooked. He might have to do a bit of jiggling with the cue ball here and try and skim around the corner and take the one that's over the pocket. He's going to have to do that, I think. He's going to have to get a little bit of bend, and the problem is, if he doesn't go far enough left, he's going to hit his own yellow first if he does that. I don't know that this is going to be any good to him. Does he think he can pot that? No, I didn't think it either. I think, oh dear, look what's happened here. Well, he's hooked anyway, but I mean, the help that he got there, I don't think is going to be too much avail. Let's have a look. No, he can't get any of it. Did you see the same, Haz? Did you think the cue ball had got in? I definitely must be hallucinating, because I was convinced that was the cue ball that flew in. Well, I think I can't see where there's a safety here where SemiPro can't pot a ball. But you know, Semi's also got a way of getting access to that problem rid that's up there by the 8 ball. Didn't realise you can use Costco online without needing a membership. I've got a membership card. I can't remember whether it's Costco. It's a big place up in Glasgow I used to go to, but I haven't been to it for years. I don't remember whether it's Costco though. Well, I think he's going to bide his time. He looks as if he's going to play the bank in the red. I think he was thinking that there for a second, but has he got enough room to do it? He's just banking it into a more favourable position. And he's made sure Albi's not got a shot. He's going to have to kick either way. And he's going to have to try and drop dead on this. I think he's hit it too hard. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's left a red on. He wanted to keep that cue ball in there, but I think he'd have still possibly have left the red up over the corner pocket as well. So the red cuts into the side. I need to, was it Costco? What's the name of the other big warehouse places? I used to go there. I've still got a card in my wallet. It'll be long since it's expired. It's been probably more than 10 years since I was last in the place. It's well over 10 years. Macro, that's what it was, Mark. You're right, not Costco, it was Macro. I presume, in fact, I don't even know whether there's still a Macro in Glasgow. It's on a big industrial estate. I did used to go there on a regular basis, but yeah, a long time since I've been there. So SemiPro has the little test here, just getting that cue ball back far enough for comfort. In fact, oh no, he could get out and get on it. Aye, he's got enough room to get there. Now just needs to make sure he steers clear. He's done that. And he's definitely on the hill. Well, it was always good if you were buying in bulk, wasn't it? You know, you could... the Swedish meatballs were good in Macro. I think the one in Glasgow had a cafe in it, if I remember. Not that I ever went to it, but I did buy the Swedish meatballs. Or was it IKEA? No, I'm sure Macro had Swedish meatballs as well. I don't think I've ever been in an IKEA. That's the place that's got a strange name for bits of furniture, isn't it? That's Swedish. Is it a Swedish place? So, SemiPro on the reds, and I think this will be the coup de grace, as they say in French, for Albinario. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 nails to be inserted into Albinario's coffin, and that starts right now. Now let's have a look at that red that's there. Now that red does go. There's a tiny wee bit of cheating in the pocket, so it has to be played at a gentle pace. I think that red. Well, I think he's going to have to stop the cue ball here. Does he want to risk running this through? I don't know. I'm not really convinced. He's going to have to stop it. Well, we know that this just needs to be played delicately, this red. And as long as it goes in, he's going to have a cut in the 8 ball. Yeah, he's done it. So this, for the match. And well done, very well done to SemiPro. a 13-7 victory. We all thought it was going to be closer than that. Who got closest to the result? So SemiPro is through, and now we're going to have the grudge match that we've all been waiting on, and we'll get confirmation of that. What the hell's happened here? Look at this, I've got an error. Failed to load something or other URL. I'm going to have to click the link, see if that works. Oh shit, I'm bloody logged out. Bastards. That's my email if you ever need to contact me, by the way. Bloody thing keeps kicking you out. Right, there we are. So we've no matches on the schedule, and we have confirmation for the hot seat match. The deadline date is December the 10th. We've got SemiPro from the UK against Real Poland player from the USA / Poland. The one lost side, that needs looking at, because of course we have LS3 now through to play Zangetsu. One Pocket Slim waiting in the winner of that one. And obviously there's another result that's gone with a forfeit. I don't know how the hell that happened. Was that the deadline? And it was a deadline, and it was a toss of a coin. So Zangetsu got put through. Cobra and Fast Eddie are going to be playing to see who plays Albinario, and that is that. I'm going to have one quick look before I go, because I don't think anything's happening, but one quick look. Clear this bloody thing out the way. 23, and quick look at the 3 cushion. I'll be surprised if anything's set. No, there isn't. So that is that, folks. So solid performance from SemiPro. Did make those mistakes that gave Albinario more than actually probably should have deserved. But Albinario's not out of it, so we wait and see what's going to happen. So in the meantime, chaps, I'm off to try and catch a bit of the snooker before I go to bed. Thanks all for your company. Thanks to Steve for joining us for most of the match. I think he won't be surprised at the outcome anyway. And I am going to bid you good night, and hopefully see you again. Take care. See you soon.